I'm Alvar Hanso. If you're watching this film, you already know and have worked with Gerald and Karen de Groot, founders and masterminds of the Dharma Initiative. By now, you also know there are many research goals for our joint venture. What you may not know is why we have assembled the Dharma Initiative, why we have assembled the brightest minds in the world and given them unlimited funds and access. As with all you have already been told, you are bound by your honor and commitment to keep what you are about to hear a secret. In a few weeks, after your induction counseling and survival training, you and your colleagues will be shipped to a top-secret facility. The precise location of the facility is known only to myself, the de Groots, and a few high-ranking members of my organization. Why all the security? All the secrecy? The answer is simple. Your research is intended to do nothing less than save the world as we know it. In 1962, only 20 years ago, the world came to the brink of nuclear war. The United States and the Soviet Union almost fulfilled the promise of mutual assured destruction, a promise they continue to foster through a destructive Cold War. After the Cuban Missile Crisis, both nations decided to find a solution. The result was the Valenzetti equation, commissioned under the highest secrecy through the UN Security Council. The equation is the brainchild of the Italian mathematician Enzo Valenzetti. It predicts the exact number of years and months before humanity extinguishes itself, whether through nuclear fire, chemical and biological warfare, conventional warfare, pandemic, overpopulation. His results are chilling, and attention must be paid. Valenzetti gave numerical values to the core environmental and human factors in his equation. 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, and 42. Only by manipulating the environment, by finding scientific solutions to all of our problems, will we be able to change those core factors and give humanity a chance to survive. Although the equation has been buried by those who commissioned it, panic. It has always been my belief that we ignore warnings at our own peril, and thus the Dharma Initiative was born. Dharma is an acronym for Department of Heuristics and Research on Material Applications. It also stands for the one true way. And through your research, you will help humanity. We have constructed several stations on the island, underground laboratories with the facilities you will need to do your research with the optimal expediency. All of the support you will need, including regular medicine and food drops, will be made in perpetuity. A radio transmitter has also been erected on the island, broadcasting in a frequency and encryption known only to us. The transmitter will only broadcast the core numerical values of the Valenzetti equation. When, through your research, you manage to change the numerical value of any one of these factors, when you have created through science that we will know that the one true way has been found. That is the work to which you have committed yourself. Change the core values of the Valenzetti equation, and you will change the course of destiny. The fate of the human race is in your hands. Thank you, and namaste.
We all know what happened. The Dharma Initiative failed. And in spite of every effort of the Foundation, we are gripped in the tyranny of those 6 numbers. We have tried to change those values by manipulating the environment in many, many ways. We have done our level best, and yet this inscrutable equation keeps bringing us back into the numbers. So now we have to take radical action. And I just want to tell all of you that I trust you to do what is best. The villages of Falam and Bitu Walami have allowed us to test our vaccine on them. They think they're infected with a virus carried by local macaques, and they believe we are bringing them the cure. So when you go in, you have to keep up the story. You know it by heart. Don't waver. When the deaths begin, you must comfort everyone with compassion and empathy. And the bodies of the dead must be brought to this station immediately for full genetic workup. We must make absolute certain we are hitting precise genetic targets we have engineered into the virus. The optimal mortality rate is 30%. Our operatives at the Vic Institute have verified this figure. More or less people succumb. We have failed. We need not take any more lives than is absolutely necessary. Yes?
Tom, these are people, innocent human beings, and we're just...
You knew with mathematical certainty that you could end all famine, war, and poverty. What would you do? Exactly. You'd find the best way to get it done. Precisely, surgically, without allowing for any more suffering than is absolutely necessary. It is not fair that innocents have to die so that we can perfect this virus. But I promise you, someone is going to help. Is there something reflecting in the back?
Oh, God.
Somebody grab her! Grab an intruder!
No! Get off me! Get off! Get off! Stop! Get off me!
Welcome to the island. You are now a member of the Dharma Initiative. There are properties on this island that exist nowhere else on Earth. Our mission is to study these properties for the betterment of mankind and advancement of world peace. You are now part of that mission. Our staff is here to help you get settled and to answer any questions you may have throughout the orientation process. Here at the barracks, you will enjoy all the comforts and amenities of a modern suburban lifestyle, where you and your neighbors all play an integral role. Soon, you will be given your job assignment based on the aptitude tests and paperwork from your application. Whether you are placed as a workman or a researcher, we assure you that our test is designed to determine the position most beneficial to both you and the community. During work hours, please be sure to wear your designated Dharma Initiative jumpsuit, but you are free to wear your civilian clothes on your off hours. Most of you will be working on the mainland. Should you be assigned to zoological studies, a Pala ferry will carry you to and from the Hydra station 3 times a day. Our housing director will assign you to one of our cozy, fully furnished bungalows. Each bungalow is equipped with a modern kitchen, with the latest appliances, comfortable living spaces, and tasteful decor. Our family-friendly neighborhood atmosphere helps children thrive. We consider it vital to provide them with the tools necessary to realize their full potential. We encourage all Dharma members and their families to partake in our local community and recreational events, including our annual volleyball tournament. A full list of activities can be found at the Recreations Office. Our commissary has the finest culinary staff trained at our Ann Arbor headquarters to provide you daily with fresh and nutritionally balanced meals. If you prefer to prepare your own meals, you will find a fully stocked pantry in your residence that will be replenished weekly. Additionally, we have a full staff of the finest medical doctors and counselors who are here to answer any questions you may have and make your stay here as comfortable as possible. Be sure to complete our medical questionnaire before reporting to work. For your own comfort and safety, we ask that you stay within the confines of your new living quarters. By now, you may have seen some of the security cameras installed around the premises in order to ensure the safety of our children and families. Our barracks are surrounded by a high-frequency sonar fence to protect us from the island's abundant and diverse wildlife. Crossing the sonar fence without disarming it is not advised. You may want to explore your new island home, but you must remain within 5 kilometers of the barracks. Remember, this is rugged, untamed land. Please explore safely and under our guidance, as the island is home to potentially dangerous flora and fauna. Any encounters with the indigenous people of the island should be reported to the closest security personnel immediately. Please refer to the Security Protocol Handbook for further instructions on our safety guidelines. The island has multiple research facilities, each with its own purpose and protocol. Throughout your day-to-day activities, you may interact with Dharma Initiative personnel from these stations. We ask that you respect these team members' privacy and do not inquire about their work, as they are not at liberty to discuss it. But remember, it is for the greater good of the community. We operate under a strong sense of togetherness, sharing, and community. A community that you are now a member of. This is an exciting venture to be a part of, one with breakthrough technology and cutting-edge research happening every day. We thank you for joining our family, and would like to invite you to attend our welcome barbecue this afternoon, where you can meet your department supervisor and enjoy some refreshments. Training for your new job will begin tomorrow. On behalf of the Groots, Alvar Hanso, and all of us here at the Dharma Initiative, welcome and namaste.
I'll never get used to wearing makeup.
You look great. It takes away the shine.
Who cares if I shine? I'm a scientist. I'm not a...
Turn the rabbit around, please. Got it.
Hello. I'm Dr. Edgar Haliwax, and this is the orientation film for Station 6 of the Dharma Initiative. As you've no doubt surmised, Station 6, or the orchid, is not a botanical research. We apologize for asking you to deceive your family and colleagues. This is, of course, in the interest of their own security. The unique properties of this island created a kind of Casimir effect, allowing us to... The field you have been selected to study is highly volatile and potentially dangerous. But over the next few minutes, we will demonstrate the elaborate safety measures that have been put in place to ensure that... hell?
Hey, what is that? What's going on?
Oh God, it's 15!
The hell? Don't let them near each other. When did you set the shift?
-20.
How long?
9 minutes, but we're still learning.
Why is that still running?
You told me to keep the camera running.
Turn it up. Turn it up! Hello. I'm Dr. Edgar Haliwax, and this is the orientation film for Station 6 of the Dharma Initiative. As you've no doubt surmised, Station 6, or the orchid, is not a botanical research unit.
Guten Tag. Ich bin Dr. Mark Wigmund und das ist Ihr Orientierungsfilm für die Station 5 der Dharma-Initiative. Station 5 oder die Perle ist eine Beobachtungsstation, in der die Handlungen der Teilnehmer anderer Projekte der Dharma-Initiative überwacht und aufgezeichnet werden können. Und zwar nicht nur für die Nachwelt, sondern auch im Dienste einer steten Verbesserung der Initiative als Ganzes. Wie Karen de Traut selbst geschrieben hat, genaue Beobachtung ist der Schlüssel zu wahrer und vollkommener Erkenntnis. Ihr Einsatz in der Perle wird 3 Wochen dauern. Sie und Ihr Partner beobachten während dieser Zeit ein fortschreitendes psychologisches Experiment. Ihre Aufgabe ist die Beobachtung der Besatzung einer anderen Station auf der Insel. Diese Versuchspersonen wissen weder von der Überwachung, noch dass sie im Mittelpunkt eines Experiments stehen. Während Ihrer 8-Stunden-Schichten werden Sie oder Ihr Partner alles notieren, was Sie beobachten, und zwar in den bereitgestellten Arbeitsheften. Was ist der Sinn dieses Experiments, werden Sie fragen? Welche Vorstellungen haben diese Personen von ihrer Aufgabe, die sie täglich versuchen zu erfüllen? Sie als die Beobachter brauchen das nicht zu wissen. Sie müssen nur wissen, dass die Versuchspersonen glauben, ihre Aufgabe wäre von größter Wichtigkeit. Denken Sie daran, jeder einzelne Vorfall, egal wie unbedeutend oder scheinbar unwichtig, muss notiert werden. Jedes Mal, wenn ein Arbeitsheft gefüllt ist, mit den Früchten Ihrer fleißigen Beobachtung, rollen Sie es zusammen und stecken es in eine der bereitgestellten Kartuschen. Und dann brauchen Sie die Kartusche nur noch in das Rohrsystem zu stellen. Presto. Ihr Bericht wird direkt zu uns transportiert. Am Ende Ihrer 8-Stunden-Schicht begeben Sie sich zur Palafähre. Damit gelangen Sie wieder zu den Baracken.
Dort bereiten Sie sich auf den nächsten.
Im Namen der de Groots
Alvar Hanso
und uns allen von der Dharma-Initiative vielen Dank. Namaste und viel Glück. Ich bin Dr. Marvin Campbell und das ist ein Orientierungsfilm für Station 3 der Dharma-Initiative. In wenigen Augenblicken werden Ihnen ein paar einfache Anweisungen gegeben, wie Sie und Ihr Partner den Anforderungen dieser Station gerecht werden. Aber zunächst ein Blick zurück. Die Dharma-Initiative wurde 1970 gegründet und ist das geistige Produkt von Gerald und Karen de Traut, 2 Doktoranden an der Universität von Michigan. Sie folgten damit Visionären wie B.F. Skinner, geplant als großangelegter Verbund von regionalen Forschungseinrichtungen, wo Wissenschaftler und Freidenker aus der ganzen Welt ihre Forschungen vorantreiben können. Auf den Feldern der Meteorologie, Psychologie, Parapsychologie, Zoologie, Elektromagnetismus und utopische Sozialwissenschaften. Allen dem dänischen Industriellen und Rüstungsmagnaten Alvar Hanso. Seine finanzielle Unterstützung ließ den Traum von einer breit gestreuten, netzten Forschung auf dem Gebiet der Sozialwissenschaften Wirklichkeit werden. Sie und Ihr Partner sind nun in Station 3 oder der Schwan und werden es auch noch die nächsten 540 Tage sein. Station 3 wurde ursprünglich als Labor geplant, wo Forscher die Gelegenheit haben sollten, die einzigartigen elektromagnetischen Schwankungen zu erforschen, die in diesem Teil der Insel auftreten. Kurz nachdem die Experimente begonnen hatten, kam es zu einem Vorfall. Und seit diesem Zeitpunkt wird das folgende Protokoll befolgt. Alle 108 Minuten muss jemand auf die Taste drücken. Ab dem Moment, wo der Alarm ertönt, haben Sie 4 Minuten, um den Code in den Mikrocomputer, Prozessor, Änderungen am Programm vorzunehmen. Wenn der Alarm ertönt, dann ist nur eines wichtig. Sie müssen unbedingt den Code eingeben. Natürlich ist es empfehlenswert, dass Sie und Ihr Partner schichtweise arbeiten. Auf diese Weise bleiben Sie aufmerksam. Von allergrößter Wichtigkeit, dass, wenn der Alarm ertönt, der Code auf korrekte Weise und innerhalb der erlaubten Zeit eingegeben wird. Es ist nicht erlaubt, den Computer auf andere Weise als Mein Glückwunsch. Bis Ihre Ablösung kommt, liegt die Zukunft dieses Projekts in Ihren Händen. Im Namen der de Trauts, Alvar Hanso und uns allen von der Dharma-Initiative vielen Dank. Namaste und viel Glück.
Hello, I'm Dr. Pierre Chang, and this is the orientation video for Station 1 of the Dharma Initiative, the Hydra. For purposes of security, please do not divulge my name to any outside parties. I will not have to resort to using an alias in the future. The chief purpose of this station is to conduct biological and behavioral research on various animal, bird, and marine subjects. But here are some of the duties you may be asked to perform. Genetic alteration. These fascinating hybrids, or hybrids as we call them, will be released and monitored to see how they adapt to the unique properties of the eye. Successful advanced studies in larger mammals. Ursus maritimus, or polar bears, possess a keen sense of memory and adaptability. These traits make them ideal candidates for electromagnetic studies that will be conducted at a secondary site where their comfort in cold temperatures. It's very important when dealing with the bears that you do not show affection or become attached in any way. Also, do not underestimate their intelligence and cunning. These rules must always be followed. I repeat, the bears are not your friends. Rewarding the bear with a fish biscuit once it has successfully performed the complex puzzle. After the training is completed, you will tranquilize the bear, affix this tracking device around the subject's neck, at which point it will be transported to the Orchid Station for the next phase of research. Remember, be sure to confirm that the female bears have not been impregnated before transport, as the electromagnetic levels at the Orchid have an extremely harmful effect on early-term gestation. As you've already learned, we do animal research here at Hydra. Unfortunately, one must consider the most dangerous animal of all, humans. And so, there is another more secluded test site where we are conducting significantly more sensitive work. The island's indigenous population, some of you may have heard them referred to as hostels, are acquired on the main island, sedated, and brought here to room 23.
Because the subjects are unwilling participants, security personnel should always be present during these sessions. Under no circumstances are you to engage subjects in conversation. The purpose of these interrogations is to better understand the hostiles' way of life, their origins, and particularly their worship of an island deity they refer to as Jacob. After the research team has concluded their tests, inject this into the back of the subject's neck and place these goggles over his or her eyes. Hitting this switch will commence the visualization while the drugs take effect. The dreamlike quality of the film, combined with the cutting-edge pharmaceuticals, will create an amnesia of sorts. Any memory of his or her interrogation will be effectively wiped clean. While these derogative measures may seem extreme, rest assured, they are vital to temporary truce with the hostiles is not violated. This concludes your orientation of the Hydra Station. Do not discuss the nature of these experiments with other members of the initiative.